They're at the Little League World Series, and there
I
are
don't know. Am I gonna get?
neighbors
gonna
just
get
to the
thrown down
north
Berwyn
of
Pit
us.
Hole?
My wife is chair of LYA.
Oh, really? Yeah, this could be a problem.
I'm just making up words.
That's the other way here. I'm like, is this a loyalty thing here?
Put that hat on. Don't come home.
So, do they have like the Uwchlan PO? Why does everything say Uwchlan town? Like when it shows them on the news, it says like, shit, Pennsylvania.
I saw that too, but I don't know why.
For what?
The Glenmore Eagle Little League.
We're nowhere near.
I think
I
they
know
must
one of
have a
my,
mail
like,
address. that's-
Solberry is next to New Hope, and it's got a New Hope post office, and the board there loses their mind.
Right, yeah.
Well,
We're good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. Welcome, everyone. This is the Uwchlan Township Board of Supervisors meeting for the month of August. If you would go ahead and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States and to her, which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Before we begin, I just wanted to let you know that this meeting is being recorded and broadcast on YouTube. And I would hope that everyone that's here tonight and joining us online would join the board and the rest of the township staff in congratulating the Glenmore Eagle Youth Association for their run at the Little League World Series. We're wearing our spirit wear tonight in support of their upcoming games in Williamsport. And we hope that you all tune in and watch them as our neighbors to the north and certainly kids and families that live in our community. So I will give them a round of applause for their run forward to cheering them on. With that, I want to announce that the board met in executive session on August 4th and August 11th to discuss personnel. And I will move on to ask for approval of the minutes of the July 14th, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
I'll second.
Is there any board questions or comment?
No.
Any public comment? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Moving on to our reports this evening. First, we have the police.
Thank you and good evening. For the month of July 2025, the Uwchlan Township Police Department officers documented 1,088 entries in the police department call reporting system. During the reporting period, the officers issued 133 traffic citations. They investigated 29 motor vehicle crashes and they arrested 12 individuals. Additionally, for the month of July, the department members conducted 2 motor carrier details at the weigh station, resulting in 826 commercial motor vehicles being weighed, 4 of which were found to be overweight. During the detail, the officers also performed 22 inspections, requiring 5 vehicles to be placed out of service. During any one of those details, the officers were assisted by members of the Nether Providence Township Police Department, the Westchester Borough Police Department, the Upper Chichester Township Police Department, and the Pennsylvania State Police. Year to date, the officers have documented 7,488 entries in our call reporting system. They've arrested 137 individuals. They've issued 844 traffic citations, 289 written warnings. They've investigated 199 motor vehicle crashes, and they have had 5,899 trucks over the weighed over at the weigh station. Additionally, for that month, I'm happy to report we did not have any Narcan administrations.
Great, thank you, Chief. Treasurer's report.
Good evening. Through the month of July in the general fund, we've collected just under 50% of our budgeted revenues and have spent just under 49% of our budgeted expenditures.
Thank you. Public Works.
For the month of July, the daily average flow to the Downingtown treatment plant was 1.43 million gallons per day. There were no new connections for Dara or Eagleview. The township received 5.31 inches of rain above the average 4.4 inches. Year to date, we've received 20.24 inches, which is 8.04 inches below the average. There were 180 PA1 calls. On July 2nd, the Overlook pump station experienced a failure. Temporary bypass pumps are in operation while the pumps are being repaired. Taylor Road, Dublin, and Plank Drive were paved. Various other repairs were made throughout the township in addition to storm responses. And in partnership with LYA and Aiden's Heart Foundation, thanks to a grant from Representative Danielle Friolatin, we've started installing automatic external defibrillators in township parks.
Wonderful, thank you. Building and zoning?
Yes, for the month of July, the department issued 135 permits for construction activities. A total of 129 inspections were conducted, 23 fire inspections were conducted, 66 use and occupancy certificates were issued, and the fire marshal responded to 33 incidents during working hours and conducted 1 burning complaint investigation. We also had 3 requests for escrow releases that were reviewed and issued. The first was for Audubon Land Development Corporation for the sanitary sewer extension through Happy Days Park, and the full amount was released, which was $241,538. The second was for Worthington Partners for Gray Farm in the amount of $3,704,594.74. That covered the sanitary sewer and the concrete curbs. It was about 61.54% of the total that was released so far. And then the last one was for Downtown Area School District for Downtown East High School in the amount of $1,535,348.45. The project's 94.4% complete, and we're still holding on to money for the traffic study and the as-built plans.
Great, thank you. Lionville Fire Company?
Good evening. The Lionville Fire Company responded to 83 incidents during the month of July, 44 in Uwchlan, 14 in Upper Uwchlan, 4 in West Pikeland, and 21 in other municipalities, bringing the year-to-date total 450. Just want to touch briefly on yesterday's incident. At 5:30 a.m. on Sunday, August 10th, the Lionville Fire Company responded to the 700 block of Taylor Road in Uwchlan Township for a reported house fire. Upon arrival of first responders, the house was well involved in fire, and 1 of 2 residents had managed to escape. It was determined that a resident was still trapped inside the house, and firefighters attempted to perform a rescue, but sadly the occupants succumbed to the intense fire conditions. While the investigation remains ongoing, we do want to remind our community members on the importance of having working smoke detectors, and if any resident is in need of a smoke detector, they can contact the Lionville Fire Company for assistance.
Great, thank you. Do we have a report from Uwchlan Ambulance?
It's in the pocket.
All right, that concludes our reports. Is there a motion to approve the reports as read?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any board questions or comments? No? I just want to reiterate our thanks to our first responders and yesterday's critical incident. And certainly appreciate a volunteer-run fire company and all that you do for us. So thank you. Any public comment? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Moving on to our business agenda tonight. Number 1, permission to advertise ordinance establishing a 4-way stop at Worthington Road and Pine Creek Road.
Based on a recommendation from our traffic engineers, we're requesting permission to advertise an ordinance establishing a 4-way stop at Worthington and Pine Creek Roads. This intersection is currently a 2-way stop, and due to site distance issues, the 4-way stop is recommended.
I'll make a motion to permit the advertisement for an ordinance establishing a 4-way stop at Worthington Road and Pine Creek Road.
I'll second. Any board questions or comments? Any public comments? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Number 2, ordinance 2025-09, establishing speed limits on Pickering Way. Mr. Freed?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. So this is an ordinance that would set a maximum speed of 25 miles per hour on Pickering Way between Welshpool Road and Garden Drive. We have 4 exhibits as part of this hearing. Board Exhibit 1 is the proposed ordinance number 2025-09. Board Exhibit 2 is the notice of hearing to the Daily Local. Board Exhibit 3 is the proof of publication on 7/31/2025, and Board Exhibit 4 is the certificate of posting, and if the board is so inclined, it can take action on this ordinance.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-09, establishing the speed limit of 25 miles per hour on Pickering Way.
I'll second.
Is there any board questions or comments? Seeing none. Any public comments? Seeing none, I will go ahead and call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Moving along to number 3. Authorization for Township Manager to enter into contract with Enterprise Fleet Management.
I'm seeking authorization to enter into a contract with Enterprise Fleet Management through the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Network. This will allow the township to lease our smaller vehicles as opposed to outright purchasing. The advantage of this method improves cash flow, replaces vehicles more regularly, increases the value in the resale of our vehicles, and reduces the administrative burden on staff. Overall, the contract is projected to save $769,000 over a 10-year period.
I'll make a motion to authorize the township manager to enter into a contract with Enterprise Fleet Management.
I'll second.
Any board questions or comments?
No.
Any public comment? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Number 4, approval of salt bids.
We're requesting authorization to approve a salt bid to Chemical Equipment Labs of Newtown Square. This bid, administered by West Bradford Township, allows us to purchase in bulk with several other townships. The price for sodium chloride is $71.17 per ton, solar salt is $88.12 per ton, and enhanced de-icer is $89.99 per ton.
I'll make a motion to approve the salt bids to award the salt bid to Chemical Equipment Labs, Newtown Square, in the amounts as shared by Mr. Cagle.
Any board questions or comments?
No.
Any public comment? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Number 5, authorization to hire a building inspector in the Building and Zoning Department.
We're requesting authorization to hire Patrick Taylor as a building inspector in the Building and Zoning Department. This is a new position. Mr. Taylor lives in Callan Township and comes to us with experience in project management. He's the volunteer fire chief of Thorndale Fire Company, where he has a background and knowledge of building construction. While earning his certifications, Mr. Taylor will be focused on rental inspections, reoccupancy inspections, and other non-construction related inspections. Once he earns his certifications, he'll be able to assist both Mike Holmes and Lee Ruth in construction-related inspections.
I'll move to authorize the hiring of Patrick Taylor as building inspector in the Building and Zoning Department.
I'll second that.
Is there any board question or comment? Any public comment? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Moving on to the announcements for this evening. All meetings will be held at the Township Building unless otherwise noted. On August 14th, the Historical Commission will be meeting at the Cadwalader House at 7:30 p.m. On August 16th, we hope you all join us for the Uwchlan Township Community Day at Lionville Park beginning at 4 p.m. August 21st, the Environmental Advisory Council will be meeting at 7 p.m. September 1st, Township offices will be closed for Labor Day. September 2nd, the Board of Supervisors workshop meeting will be held at 12 p.m. September 3rd, Planning Commission meeting take place at 7 p.m. And on September 8th, the Board of Supervisors will be meeting here at 7 p.m. With that, I will open to the public for any comments this evening. And not seeing any, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.